The start got me off really badly. And then obviously I got the Blade Master harassing inside my base. So I still got level 1 Archmage. It's all bad. But it could be good. I think he is muted, but I don't know. But then I don't know that. Shouldn't really. He doesn't deserve it. He hasn't earned it. I think I'll play it 1, 2. Yeah.
Yes, my lord. Ready to work. Off I go then. Yes, my lord. What is it?
Lay the smack down.
Righto.
So Naga Sea Witch first is always very risky. Doesn't really accomplish much. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of rifles and protect it in that regard. I was thinking footmen, but footmen, I don't know. Rifles have got more focus fire, got more concentrated power of wheel.
Yes, my lord. Off I go then. Yes, my lord. Job done. Yes, my lord. Ready to work. More work. What? What is it? Right. What is it? Off I go then. Yes,
Always like dancing around with trying to get the building timings close.
more work. All right. What? Yes, my lord.
I'll be a bit late, to be honest, for the Naga, because the altar's gone up a little bit late. But if I can get enough rifles, then maybe I can
Job's done.
get an expansion, but I'm not guaranteeing it. Get a nice sort of defense in the base.
What? Righto. Job's done. To work. More work.
Archers are here already.
Job's done. Lord.
If only I could gank that.
More work. Off I go then.
Ding, 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 ding.
Job's done. Ready to work. Yes, my lord. Job's done. Yes, my lord.
That's pretty unfortunate for him.
What? What is it? Righto. Yes,
Just
my
block
lord.
the
All right.
big tree with the peasant,
Off I
so he
go
can't
then.
heal it properly.
Yes, my lord. Off I go then.
Because the
That's
creeps might back off eventually.
it. If you want.
I don't think I got the experience of that one. Unfortunately, the creeps got the last hit, but to be fair, that's still a success. It's just, it would have been nice if I got the last hit there, because you get loads of experience for killing the Ancient of War. We can actually finish this off, because it's used up most of its mana, so it's not even that much of a threat. Okay, let's take this up. Green is protecting him. Free item. Trash item, but free item. If I can do this before they come over, then that's one more thing I can take away from them.
For the Empress, in Ashara's name. Yes, by your command.
Where do you think they're gonna rush? You might want to build something.
If you were the night elf in this situation, would you leave?
No, I wouldn't leave. But I would use my Ancient of War to attack one of my own buildings in my base. Because then that would stop the creeps from attacking the Ancient of War, and they would then attack the next thing that they can attack, which would be the treants nearby. So then you probably wouldn't lose the Ancient of War in that scenario.
More work. Yes, my lord.
We use it in custom games a lot. I've been teaching you guys to do that in custom games a lot as well. The importance of team killing a unit, like TKing, takes the pressure off the unit that's being actually low on health and attacked. Use that unit to TK.
By your command. I will not be trifled with.
All right. Righto.
In Ashara's name.
So I want him to take a little bit of damage here because he's got more health, and he can naturally regen some of it as well. So everything is kind of like mitigating
Job done.
I will not be
Yes, my lord.
I think I'll try to squeeze an expansion in now.
shall be done.
Should be doable with the amount of units I got.
Be trifled with. I grow anxious.
These guys are going to run out by the time they get there.
Yes, my lord. What is it done? All right. Yes,
So I'll try to put them into positions as they're arriving, so they don't block each other. And away we go. So that way you get off to like the quickest start you can do before they run out. Look at that militia timing. So bad that it got nerfed. Trash. Go for these bigger boys next, because they're doing way more damage than anything else. Don't have to use Frost Arrow every single hit, because it lasts for like 2 hits. I'll get the upgrade. I might just tech up again. No, I can't quite. I've got to secure my expansion. I'm always so tempted to just whack the tech button again. I do that, and unfortunately normally it costs me, but I need to get a bit more lumber, a bit more security, a bit more towers. So don't do the tech yet. But I'm just going to stick with the Naga Sea Witch, because that's kind of what Tommy was after. And there's the peasant. He's got his farm, which is nice. Take that off. Get one of those, and those. Get rid of the ring of protection. We don't need that.
Our will be done.
I'll stick around for another healing salve, because those are always very helpful.
Our will shall be done.
Yes, right away. Speed scroll actually be really nice, but
For the Empress.
I'll get another tower. I'm going to tech my base after this, and then any more peasants I want. I can build a couple from here to maybe go into here. Oh, I see green. Don't know how strong green is. He's the undead. I'll go level 2 fort lighting for more nuke factor, so he has less time to react to heal if it's undead. I saw green. He might be coming up this way though. Unless it was just an illusion. You have a target?
In a sorrow's name.
Job done.
By your command.
Oh, there they are. This is a bad fight for him. He should be running here. He doesn't know that I can see that, so I'm going to pretend not to attack this, and then I'm going to nuke them all at the end. So this is going to go really badly for him. Saves the rifles. Turn this off. Keep that there. Send those back.
I will not be trifled with.
Well, if you think they're gonna rush, you might want to build something.
Naga first up.
OP.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, that cost him a lot.
Our will be done. I grow anxious.
Probably TP here. I'll lose one rifle. Maybe a second one? There's the coil. Okay, second one. Only because of the coil. He did that. He got a little bit of revenge.
I will not.
But I have too many fragile units. It's not worth trying to sliver into base, because I'd lose more. I don't even know what units I'm going. I might just go mass griffins or mass dragonhawks, because it's funny. Which means I need lumber. I always need lumber.
Yes, my lord. Upgrade.
Time is short, mortal. I will not be trifled.
Ready to work.
Uh-oh. He has forced that, so now we can come over and punish this as well.
Is it time?
Naga Sea Witch with the very hard right clicks. Don't you ever forget it. She has incredibly hard right clicks.
I will not.
So constantly feeding her mana is always a good idea. Get war animal training soon. The ancients are up, ready to tank, protect for other spots.
Yes, my lord.
For Natatar. For the Emperor. I will not
32 XP, and that was shared as well. Ancients give a lot of experience.
More work? What is it? All right.
Always nice to kill the shop if you can. So they can't use it anymore. New people TPing and can't buy a town portal, that kind of thing. It's always the dream. I'm just going to be a coward and hide behind everything here. Unless we're just backing. Looks like we're just backing, I guess. I'll get some units eventually. Pagada's running up to harass, Red is coming this way.
Off I go then.
He's so scummy. He's got no emphasis on micro whatsoever. Just zooms out as much as possible. So this is why I think zoom shouldn't be allowed beyond 1900. Because this is what that does. You can see so much from such a long distance. So he can see already if anything's going to come and gank him from the left. So he knows to run away far quicker. And I think that is just too advantageous, personally. I think like 1900 is a really nice spot. That is, because 1650 is the standard, but that's too zoomed in. Like, I'm used to it. I can play like this because I played like this since the dawn of time. But even I'll admit, as a classic enthusiast, that's pretty freaking bonkers closed in. You know, that's like a little bit over the top. I know I've got a lot of gold. So I think, honestly, 1900, if you can stomach 1900, which isn't too bad, it's a really nice sort of zoom out, but you can still micro units.
Ready to
Is
work.
it time? Yes. For the Emperor. What is it? I grow anxious to act. In a father's name.
Be quick, human.
Yes, me lord. Ready to work.
This should secure lumber. Once I get that out, then I can push much more comfortably. Stossel's in a little bit of trouble, don't you think? I've got Cloud anyway, so those Ancients can't even do anything. It's so rare that you get to see Dragonhole Riders. Alright, I'll start pushing. Back a little bit, because we're all backing off. More farms.
More number is required. Off I go then.
Where must we fly?
By your command. Yes.
Yes.
What is it, right? Yes, more work.
It's a very weird base.
I will not be trifled.
Branching out just a bit too much. Now he's got a TP to save his own base. He might have to lose it because I'm not even sure he can TP from there. Gold. And then obviously Stussel's dead. Unless they just lose the undead base at the top. We'll be careful with the Dragonhawk overcommitment because it's death trap going into that. Honestly, this isn't really a good fight.
Well, if you think they're gonna rush, you might want to build something.
Hi love, my surname is actually Hawk, my name is Michael, but everyone calls me Mike. Would be nice for you to shout me out on stream.
Thank you, Holly.
What is it? What do you
Alright, we've got so many units we can just go for it. Don't even have to care. Go for Dryads, they're the weakest. Can't even see shit. The downside is when I do that ability to sort of see the units, I zoom in to like the 1650. Level 5, nice spicy Fort Lightning. Going for the next Death Knight now. There's so many Dragon Hawks, it looks stupid, doesn't it? I'm gonna hide in here so they can't see me. I'm invisible. Kill these ancients for some experience and then get a healing salve myself. Luckily the crit beetles aren't focusing my hero, so I can comfortably get the heals over time. If the crit beetles were still chasing me, that'd be much harder to get free healing and mana right now. The dive is real. Aw. GG. Well, I think the undead learnt a lesson.
Well, if you think they're gonna
The
rush,
power
you
of
might wanna build something.
fission is incredibly strong. I mean, what could he really have done about that, though, to be fair? I suppose he probably... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was a bad fight in the first place to take, but even if that was a good fight, and I still managed to turn it around, I don't know what the counter is to that. Where I was essentially sort of like letting him put all these weak fiends down and then nuke them in one go. I guess you check the items, because technically I had one sentry ward in my item inventory. But you don't always do that in the heat at the moment. That's why higher level players can do things that sort of look much more impressive. Because they just have those few extra clicks and that bit more experience. A lot of the time I won't even check my enemy's inventory. But that can tell you a lot of information. If you saw I had one sentry, then you would know that you can't. You have to just TP from that scenario. Because if you're going to hide your fiends to save them, that ain't going to work. The only way that works is if you can put enough pressure on me where I'm not in a position where I can keep attacking them when they're burrowed. But obviously that wasn't the case. I was still very comfortable to do so.